In this video, we'll discuss how to set up job applicants and work with applicants within UA Business Software. The Applicants module is a subcomponent of the Human Capital Management module located in the lower left. The basic goal of the applicant section is to deal with job applicants. Many times when an applicant comes in, he or she is given a paper form and that gets put into a file cabinet. Obviously, that can be automated with UA through a web interface where they enter their information themselves, or a person takes the paper applications that have come in and they enter them into the system. So the basic concept is that you'll use the job applicant screen to either import or manually enter the job applicant information. And of course, the application has many forms of data in it that need to be searchable. So maybe they're applying for a certain job, or their availability date's a certain date. Maybe they have certain certifications or qualifications that would make them more or less appealing to you. So step one is to get the applicants into the system. Obviously, the more automated, the better, but worst case, you manually enter those job applicants from the paper forms that they've entered. Much better than putting it in a file cabinet. And then that screen also allows you to search that. So perhaps if you quickly need a carpenter of a certain skill set, or maybe a certain type of mariner who has the right credentials, you could quickly find that information and search for applicants with certain attributes and qualities and start making calls or sending emails to see if they're still in the market. Once you've decided to you find an applicant that you want to hire, it's simply a matter of hiring the applicant. You could do that from the hire applicant screen or from the job applicant screen, but essentially the system will then take that application information and convert them over into an actual employee. The system doesn't put the applicants and employees in the same database architecture. They are separate for performance and security purposes, but the hire applicant process moves that over. When you're storing an applicant, you can enter the numerous credentials, certifications, or trainings that a person has had. You could then search through that. Maybe I'm looking for somebody who's had CPR training as one of my prerequisites or one of my preferences. And then when I move them over into an employee, the hire applicant process moves over all of that information as well. You don't have to enter that information in the front end of an applicant. If it's there, it will move over. You could just defer that until they become an employee. You could also store binary files. So when I've got an applicant, I may request that he or she give me a scan of their passport and their driver's license, or maybe I do that for them. That lives with the applicant, in this case as an image, let's say, just a PNG or a JPEG file. And when I hire that applicant, those documents, those resources, those binary files move over and now live with the employee who's in the employee normal processing for payroll. I can also identify which positions, which task a certain position has. There's integrations to a lot of the online looking for job applicants, the online posters of job positions available. I can integrate with those, so I can create my job positions. I can identify what tasks are associated with those, so the system could automatically make those entries into the online job systems that are out there. And I can also identify the different pay that goes with those positions, so that I can give the range of what a typical person applying for that job may have. So that gives you a rough idea of how to handle applicants in UA Business Software.